How you going? We're just I'm just going to give you another instalment for Rob's garden, and we've got some lettuces that have just been raised up here. In front of them is a few, these things here, a few onions, but not many have taken. Got a punnet there of lettuces that haven't quite sprouted, a few have come up, and I bought that punnet of cauliflowers because we didn't get the cauliflower seeds in time, and I'm going to put some more seeds in now. So we're going to put collies in every month. Some lettuces, there's those two there that, especially one looking a bit sorry. I've just planted those three. These were just self-set in the garden. As you can see, there's a lot more coming here. And have a look at this. Here's a, I'm just going to get it out. Here's a pot of corn that we just reaped. How amazing is that, eh? That's only just, we only had a few bushes in, if anyone's seen my previous garden. And look at that. That is a beautiful corn. They're beautiful and ready. I worked out that once the hair sprouts, it's about 3 weeks before you pick them. Found that on the internet. Over here, if you look through here, the pumpkins are very ready. There's a lot of them. These are all butternuts. And up here are the Queensland blues. As you can see, they're really blue now. And I've just found out that you test them if they're pretty hard, and they're like a rock. I can't get my finger in there, there's no cracking. And they've changed the expected colour, so that's how you can tell the Queensland blues are ready, I should have said then. There's a few more Queensland blues in there that aren't ready. There's a couple down low there, I don't know if you can see them. They're not quite the expected colour yet, they're green. These beetroots, I planted them ages ago, if you remember, for I think 2 videos ago, and you can see they're nice and bushy now, getting up there. My zucchinis, if you remember, I salvaged my zucchinis a few times from this mould, and it's back again. It's always going to come back. I need to get a spray for it, I think, next year. But they're still producing, and we're heading into late March now, and it's been really wintry for the last couple of weeks, but they're still seemingly producing zucchinis. So I'm just going to leave them in a little bit longer, but I need that space really badly. See these 2 holes here? They were capsicums there. There's some capsicums. Those 2 holes were 2 that I transplanted, and I placed it in my glass house. So I'll just take you in there. And here they are. This is my glass house, and there's the 2 capsicum bushes that I transplanted, and they took the transplant well, so now they're going to go in this winter, hopefully continue producing. You can see there's capsicums on there, and they didn't even die, or the plant didn't even wilt with the transplant, so it was really good. Here is some stuff that I've raised, some broccoli, cabbage and spring onions. I've got a punnet of chives that me and my friend Matthew have planted in there. They're not coming up yet though. And this is basil from last year, which is still going. I've put a tomato in the ground here, and hopefully that'll kick along, and we might have some winter tomatoes in here. Up here we have some tomatoes. They're not looking that healthy. I'll take one out and plant it in the ground in here. This is for the winter tomatoes. Some capsicums that aren't going too well, but you've got to try things, you know. In the garden it's just trial and error a lot of the time, and you learn with years of doing it. Right here I've got a patch of earth ready. This I'm going to turn this over in probably the next day. That patch of ground there used to have the corn in it, if you remember. Over here we've got eggplants. There's a few survivors there. They've got this disease, I have to get it fixed, but I don't know, I'm just not worrying about it too much because they're going to come out. Tomatoes are still going. You can see there's some fair bit of green that have died, but you can still see there's tomatoes all over them. If you look into it, into the bushes, you'll find that there's a lot, and they're green. So if there's not enough sunshine to make all these tomatoes ripen, then I'm going to have to find a preserve for green tomatoes on the internet. I'll look up a recipe. The Italians always do it because, of course, the Italians are the ones that brought the tomatoes out to Australia, and because they had the same sorts of things, you know, at the end of a season green tomatoes would be left on the bush not going ripe, so they would came up with preserves for them, because there would have obviously been that many tomatoes just all green and not going right. And I've tried some Italian green tomato preserve and they're beautiful. Anyway, that's Rob's garden. I'll keep you updated.